YandR spoilers. A subtle Abby change is catching fans' attention. The Young and the Restless spoilers say that while you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who didn't think she was one of the most beautiful women in the daytime television world. Of course, we are talking about Melissa Ordway, who is best known for her role as Abby Newman on the hit CBS soap. Fans are noticing this change in Abby. And while there's no doubt that she's someone who's got a lot of style and taste, many fans have noticed that she's been looking just a little odd lately. And by that, we mean her makeup doesn't look like we normally see. In other words, someone isn't paying attention to her color palette and making sure that it looks good in front of the studio lighting, to say the least. Clearly, YandR fans had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some have even commented with, "She's a beautiful woman, but whatever they are putting on her face is terrible. I know makeup looks different on camera. It just seems to me the makeup people would consider that. Is it maybe just the coloring on some of our TVs? What's really going on with Abby's makeup?" Another critic of the soap wrote, "I noticed that the foundation in her face looked like it was a bit dirty and unsmooth. Seems off considering they have professionals to do hair and makeup. Maybe they will tone it down." And then there was this comment as well. "Looked like spray paint in Bondo. Definitely shouldn't be wearing a white fur coat or a light gray tracksuit. Seriously though, could she have a sunburn or maybe had a bad chemical peel they are trying to cover?" Now, whether or not Abby Newman's makeup routine is going to change in the future remains to be seen, but for now it seems like fans truly have a reason to be concerned. After all, there's no denying that Melissa Ordway is a very beautiful woman, both on and off screen. Here's hoping that someone is going to bring this to light, right? The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on the CBS network. Genoa City fans Check your are local buzzing, listings for times. And not over a major plot twist or shocking return, but over something far subtler, Abby Newman. Over the past several weeks, keen-eyed viewers have noticed a shift in the way Abby is portrayed, and it's sparking conversations across fan forums and social media. While the change is small, it's one of those rare less is more moments that can quietly redefine a character, reminding audiences why they've been invested in her since her early days on The Young and the Restless. A shift in tone. Abby has always been a character of contrasts. The youngest Newman child, she has vacillated between ambition and vulnerability, scheming and sincere, reckless and remarkably insightful. Historically, Abby's storylines have leaned heavily on high-drama arcs. Her romantic entanglements, family rivalries, and occasional brushes with corporate sabotage have made her a captivating figure. But recently, fans are picking up on a softer, more nuanced version of Abby. The change isn't dramatic. There's no sudden career pivot, no shocking secret revealed, and certainly no dramatic wardrobe overhaul. Instead, it's in her demeanor, dialogue, and subtle interactions. Longtime viewers note that Abby now seems more grounded, even reflective. Lines that might have once carried a sarcastic edge now land with gentle humor or understated wisdom. Even her posture, expressions, and reactions seem a touch less performative, conveying an inner life that resonates with authenticity. It's the kind of evolution that doesn't hit you in a single scene. It's cumulative. Fans describe moments where Abby quietly listens instead of interrupting, where her reactions suggest she's genuinely absorbing the stakes rather than just reacting for dramatic effect. These small touches make her more relatable, even to viewers who may have felt distanced by her previous bravado. The actor's influence. Much of the subtle shift is credited to the actress portraying Abby, who has been praised for nuanced performance choices. Where prior episodes leaned heavily on Abby's scheming side, the actress is letting quiet moments breathe. Whether she's in the Newman Enterprises boardroom, the Newman family home, or interacting with Genoa City's many love interests, there's a new depth, a sense that Abby is weighing consequences, emotions, and motivations before she acts. This nuanced portrayal is particularly evident in interactions with characters like Chance Chancellor and Devon Hamilton. With Chance, her humor now carries a hint of warmth and vulnerability that wasn't as pronounced before. With Devon, Abby's conversations hint at thoughtful reflection rather than reactive commentary. Fans speculate that these changes might indicate a longer-term shift in story direction, potentially positioning Abby as a more central, emotionally grounded figure capable of driving significant storylines herself, rather than just reacting to others' drama. Social media buzz. Social media reactions have been telling. On Twitter and Instagram, fans have been dissecting subtle changes in Abby's expressions and dialogue delivery. Threads titled "Is Abby Changing?" and Abby 2.0 have gained traction, with viewers debating whether the adjustments are intentional or simply a natural progression in character development. Many are praising the writing team for adding layers to Abby without resorting to contrived plot devices. Interestingly, the chatter isn't just positive. A faction of longtime viewers misses the old, more daring Abby, the one who could throw a verbal jab with lightning speed or orchestrate a scheme that left Genoa City reeling. However, even critics acknowledge that this softer, more introspective Abby opens the door for more complex storytelling, particularly around her personal growth and relationships with her family. Subtle wardrobe and styling tweaks. Beyond personality, fans are noting a few minor but telling styling shifts. Abby's wardrobe has subtly evolved from sharp, corporate-heavy ensembles towards slightly softer, more approachable looks. Colors are warmer, silhouettes less rigid, and accessories are more understated. It's not a full makeover by any means, but the small tweaks visually reinforce the character's gradual shift toward balance and introspection. Hair and makeup have also been adjusted in ways that feel natural rather than contrived. While previously Abby's look often highlighted a high glam, almost performative quality, recent episodes present a more relatable appearance, signaling that the character is evolving internally as well as externally. Impact on storylines. This subtle change isn't just aesthetic, it has tangible implications for storylines. A more grounded Abby is now capable of driving storylines with emotional weight. For example, her interactions with Victor Newman carry more nuance. She can challenge him without seeming flippant, argue with intelligence instead of snark, and assert her autonomy in ways that feel earned. Additionally, romantic storylines may benefit from this evolution. Instead of simply being a source of tension or comic relief in love triangles, Abby's relationships can now explore deeper emotional stakes. This opens opportunities for writers to tackle more layered narratives, trust issues, personal growth, and moral dilemmas, without relying on over-the-top schemes or cliffhangers. Even her family dynamics take on new texture. The Newman family is famously volatile, and Abby's quieter, reflective demeanor provides a fresh counterbalance to the usual chaos. Fans have noted that this makes sibling interactions, particularly with Nicholas and Victoria, feel more authentic. Abby now emerges as a voice of reason and empathy in a family often defined by cutthroat ambition and emotional volatility. Viewer reception. Fan reception has been overwhelmingly positive, though mixed reactions persist. Many longtime viewers appreciate the maturation and subtle sophistication, praising the show for giving Abby more emotional range. Commenters on fan forums highlight moments like her gentle admonishments to family members, her softening during conflicts, and her thoughtful responses to complicated business situations as examples of this compelling shift. Some fans speculate that the timing is strategic. By subtly adjusting Abby's character now, the show is preparing for a major storyline where her growth will be central, whether it's a career-defining business plot, a romantic arc, or a family crisis that requires diplomacy and insight. Others see it as a natural evolution for a character who has spent years oscillating between extremes. Potential story implications. If Abby continues on this path, the implications for Genoa City are significant. A more mature Abby could become a linchpin for multiple intersecting storylines. Business ambitions. Abby could step into more prominent roles at Newman Enterprises or a new business venture, wielding influence not through recklessness but through intellect and strategic thinking. Romantic storylines. Relationships could explore emotional depth rather than drama-driven conflict. A reflective Abby paired with a strong, equally nuanced character could create a compelling, relatable romance for audiences. Family dynamics. Abby's subtle evolution might act as a stabilizing force in the Newman family, mediating disputes between her father, siblings, and other relatives. This change opens the door to longer, more thoughtful personal growth stories, including ethical dilemmas, philanthropy, and community involvement. Plotlines that could balance out Genoa City's more high-octane drama. Why subtle changes matter. In soap operas, character adjustments are often loud, immediate, and dramatic. A character might suddenly betray a loved one, return from the dead, or undergo a drastic personality shift. Abby's evolution, by contrast, is quiet. It's the kind of change that resonates on a subconscious level, slowly transforming the audience's perception of a character without overwhelming the story. This kind of subtlety demonstrates strong writing and performance. It's a reminder that characters, like real people, evolve gradually. By focusing on micro-expressions, tone shifts, and gentle dialogue adjustments, The Young and the Restless allows Abby's development to feel earned, relatable, and sustainable over time. Looking ahead, as Genoa City fans continue to watch closely, The subtle changes in Abby's portrayal may set the stage for a long-term payoff. Writers seem to be planting seeds for storylines where her maturity, insight, and emotional intelligence become crucial. Whether it's navigating corporate intrigue, romance, or family loyalty, Abby's evolution positions her to step into the spotlight in meaningful ways. For now, fans are taking joy in noticing the small but powerful details. The softening of her tone, the reflective glances, the measured responses, and even the wardrobe tweaks. These details, seemingly minor, are redefining how viewers connect with her character. In a genre often dominated by big reveals and shocking twists, Abby's transformation is a reminder that sometimes the most compelling change is the one you almost don't notice. In short, Abby Newman may not have thrown Genoa City into immediate chaos with a bombshell plot, but the subtle change in her character has already caught fans' attention. And in the world of daytime drama, that's no small feat. Her evolution proves that the young and the restless still knows how to balance high-stakes drama with the quieter, more reflective character work that keeps long-time viewers invested. Whether this is the beginning of a larger arc or a gentle pivot in storytelling style, one thing is clear. Abby Newman is stepping into a new phase of her life, and fans are watching every nuanced step with rapt attention. Genoa City has long been a stage for drama, heartbreak, and shocking twists, but lately, fans of the young and the restless have noticed something subtle yet significant. Abby Newman is changing. It's not the kind of change that comes with a headline-grabbing scandal or a shocking romance. No, this is a transformation that's quieter, more nuanced, and it's catching viewers' attention in a way that's making them reevaluate everything they thought they knew about her. Abby Newman, long regarded as the glamorous, ambitious heiress with a complicated past, has always been a character who could elicit strong reactions. From her high-profile relationships with men like Chance Chancellor and Kyle Abbott to the many feuds that have embroiled her in the Newman family saga, Abby has always been someone larger than life. She's been the perfect blend of wit, vulnerability, and confidence. A character fans could admire, envy, and love all at once. But lately, there's a subtle shift that's hard to miss if you're paying attention. It's in the way she moves through scenes, the choices she makes, and the way she interacts with those closest to her. Fans on social media and soap forums have been buzzing about it, dissecting every line, every glance, and every decision Abby makes. The consensus? Abby is becoming more grounded, more introspective, and, dare we say, more human than ever before. The subtle shift in Abby's behavior. For years, Abby's storylines often revolved around high-stakes drama. Power plays at Newman Enterprises, complicated romantic entanglements, and the occasional dangerous situation that threatened her life. While these plots were engaging, they sometimes overshadowed Abby's inner life. She was the heiress with the sharp tongue, a quick mind, and a flair for the dramatic. But recently, viewers have noticed a change. Abby seems quieter, more reflective, and increasingly concerned with the emotional well-being of those around her rather than just her own ambitions. A recent storyline involving her brother, Adam Newman, highlighted this shift. Traditionally, Abby has had a complicated relationship with Adam, oscillating between loyalty and frustration, trust and suspicion. But in the latest episodes, she has been approaching him with empathy and patience. She listens more, interrupts less, and seems genuinely invested in understanding his struggles. Fans have been quick to comment on the difference. One post on a popular soap forum read, "It's like she's actually thinking before she acts. I love this new Abby." Another fan tweeted, "Abby Newman 2.0, calm, collected, and actually relatable. Who knew she had it in her?" This change is not limited to her interactions with Adam. Abby's friendships and romantic relationships are also reflecting this evolution. Her bond with Chance has deepened in ways that feel authentic and emotionally resonant. Where once their chemistry was built on flirtation and playful banter, recent scenes show a more mature, understanding connection. Abby listens to Chance's concerns and supports him in moments of vulnerability, something fans have pointed out as a marked departure from her more self-focused tendencies in past storylines. A new emotional depth. Part of what makes this change so compelling is that it adds emotional depth to Abby in a way that feels earned. Viewers can see the evolution, not just in her dialogue, but in her body language and facial expressions. Where once Abby might have met conflict with a smirk or a sarcastic remark, she now approaches situations with thoughtfulness. There's a softness to her expressions, a willingness to be vulnerable, and a noticeable decrease in impulsivity. This emotional growth has opened the door for storylines that explore Abby's past in a more nuanced way. Fans have long known about the challenges she faced growing up in the Newman family. The pressure to uphold the family name, the weight of expectations, and the complicated dynamics with her parents, Victor and Nikki. By showing Abby as more introspective, the writers are allowing the audience to see how these formative experiences have shaped her, not just as a socialite or a businesswoman, but as a person with fears, regrets, and aspirations. One particularly poignant moment came in a scene where Abby confronts her feelings of inadequacy in the shadow of her family's legacy. Rather than reacting with anger or deflection, she allows herself to be honest, admitting her insecurities and expressing her desire to carve her own path. Fans responded with enthusiasm, sharing clips online and commenting on how refreshing it was to see Abby's vulnerability portrayed so authentically. The role of the actress in the transformation. It's impossible to discuss this change without crediting the actress who brings Abby to life. Her performance has evolved alongside the writing, and the combination has been electric. Subtle gestures, a lingering glance, a slight shift in tone, a moment of hesitation, have conveyed volumes. Fans have noted that she brings a level of realism and relatability to Abby that makes the character feel drama and intrigue. But they also rely heavily on moments of quiet authenticity to keep viewers invested. Abby's transformation provides exactly that. It's a testament to both the writing and the acting that a character who was once defined by glamour and wit can now captivate audiences with emotional honesty. Social media has been filled with discussions of Abby's best scenes yet, how relatable Abby is now, and the subtle genius of her character arc. Clearly, this change is resonating with the fanbase. Impact on storylines and relationships. The implications of this shift in Abby's character are significant for Genoa City's storylines. A more thoughtful and emotionally grounded Abby opens the door to richer, more complex plots. Conflict no longer needs to be driven solely by power struggles or romantic entanglements. It can now emerge from internal dilemmas, moral choices, and the nuanced dynamics of her relationships. Her interactions with family members in particular are ripe for exploration. With Adam, she can serve as a voice of reason or a moral anchor, challenging him in ways that feel authentic rather than forced. With her mother, Nikki, Abby's newfound maturity could lead to more meaningful dialogue and exploration of generational differences within the Newman family. Even her friendships and romantic interests benefit. Viewers are drawn into relationships that feel real, with highs, lows, and moments of genuine connection. Interestingly, this evolution also has the potential to shake up some of the long-standing dynamics in Genoa City. Characters who have previously underestimated Abby may now find themselves facing a version of her who is more self-aware and capable of asserting herself in unexpected ways. The drama is still there, of course, but it's layered and textured, moving beyond the surface-level conflicts that have sometimes dominated soap storylines. Fan reactions and theories. Fans have been quick to speculate about the reasons behind Abby's transformation. Some believe it reflects a deliberate shift in the writer's approach, aiming to create more character-driven drama that resonates on an emotional level. Others think it may be tied to a specific storyline that's yet to fully unfold, perhaps a personal loss, a professional challenge, or a romantic development that forces Abby to confront her values and priorities. Social media is full of theories. One popular idea is that Abby's maturity is linked to her growing role in Newman Enterprises. By stepping into more responsibility, she may be gaining perspective on her family's legacy and the importance of measured, thoughtful decision-making. Another theory posits that this change is a precursor to a romantic storyline that will require her to demonstrate emotional intelligence and stability, marking a departure from the impulsive flings of her past. Fans also note the broader cultural impact of seeing a female character evolve in this way. Abby's transformation challenges the notion that soap opera heroines must always be dramatic, reactive, or defined by romantic entanglements. By embracing complexity, vulnerability, and emotional depth, she becomes a more relatable and inspiring figure, a woman who is growing, learning, and redefining herself on her own terms. Why this matters? In the world of daytime television, subtle changes can have a profound impact. Abby's evolution may seem small on the surface, but it reflects a larger trend in soap operas, a move toward more nuanced, character-driven storytelling. Viewers are increasingly drawn to authenticity and characters like Abby, who demonstrate growth, introspection, and emotional intelligence, resonate in ways that flashy plot twists sometimes cannot. Moreover, Abby's transformation allows the show to explore themes that are universally relatable. family dynamics, personal growth, resilience, and the struggle to define oneself amidst external pressures. By presenting these themes through a character who has previously been seen primarily through the lens of glamour and drama, The Young and the Restless is offering fans a more layered, meaningful experience. Looking ahead, so what does the future hold for Abby Newman? Based on current storylines and fan speculation, it seems likely that this new version of Abby will continue to evolve. Viewers can expect deeper emotional arcs, more complex relationships, and storylines that challenge her both personally and professionally. Whether she's navigating family tensions, romantic developments, or corporate intrigue, Abby's newfound maturity will influence how she responds. And that, in turn, will keep audiences invested. One thing is clear. Fans are noticing the change and they like what they see. Abby Newman is no longer just the glamorous heiress or the witty socialite. She is a character with depth, nuance, and humanity. Her journey resonates because it mirrors a universal truth. People grow, evolve, and sometimes surprise even those closest to them. For Abby, this growth is not only refreshing, it's transformative. As Genoa City continues to churn with drama, scandal, and high-stakes intrigue, Abby Newman's subtle yet significant transformation stands out. It's a reminder that change doesn't always have to be loud to be impactful. Sometimes it's in the quiet moments, the reflective glances, and the thoughtful decisions that a character truly comes into her own. And in the case of Abby Newman, that evolution is proving to be one of the most compelling developments in recent Young and the Restless history. Fans will undoubtedly continue to watch, analyze, and celebrate this change. In a world full of twists and shocks, Abby's journey reminds us that growth, real human growth, is often the most captivating. Young and the Restless, it often feels like nothing is as small as it seems. Every glance, every smirk, every whispered word at Crimson Lights carries weight. And recently, fans have noticed something that might appear minor at first glance, but in Genoa City, subtlety is everything. Abby Newman's makeup. Yes, you read that right. The young Newman heir's beauty choices, specifically her makeup, have sparked chatter online, leading devoted viewers to ask, what's really going on with Abby's look? It began subtly. Perhaps you didn't notice at first, because Abby's transformation was gradual, almost imperceptible, like the slow tilt of a domino ready to fall. Fans first started pointing out that Abby's eye makeup, usually soft, smoky, and professional, has taken on sharper angles. The liner is more defined, her eyelashes appear more dramatic, and there's a precision in her contouring that feels intentional. The change might be as simple as a new makeup artist on set, or maybe a tweak by the show's stylist, but the effect on the character's perception is profound. Makeup on soap operas is never just makeup. It's storytelling. Every shade, every line, and every highlight tells the audience something about the character's mood, intentions, and emotional arc. Abby Newman has always been a complex character. At once vulnerable and powerful, mischievous and calculating. Her previous makeup choices leaned toward soft glam, gentle eyeshadow, rosy cheeks, and lips that were bold but not overpowering. It reinforced her image as the sophisticated Newman girl, someone navigating corporate and personal drama with poise. Now the shift is noticeable. Her eyes are sharper, her cheekbones more pronounced, and her lips carry a slightly darker, more commanding tone. The subtle artistry creates a different Abby, one who looks ready to strike, to make decisions that might not always be popular. Fans are speculating. Is this a visual signal that Abby is entering a new phase in her character arc? Some speculate that the change reflects her increasing entanglement in Newman family power struggles, particularly with Victor and Adam. Others suggest that Abby's romantic life, messy, passionate, and often scandalous, is influencing her style, giving her a bolder, more confident edge. Interestingly, makeup changes in soap operas have a long history of signaling transformation. Think back to Sharon Newman in her early years. Soft, innocent tones gave way to sharper, more daring looks as her storylines darkened. Or consider Phyllis Summers, whose makeup has fluctuated over decades depending on whether she's scheming, heartbroken, or victorious. In this context, Abby's subtle shift is less about vanity and more about narrative strategy. The makeup signals something is changing under the surface, and viewers are invited to pay attention. The impact of Abby's new look goes beyond aesthetics. It subtly affects how viewers perceive her decisions. When a character's eyes are lined more sharply and shadows are intensified, audiences instinctively read them as more focused, more strategic, more capable of calculated action. Abby's slightly darker lip color, paired with her refined contouring, suggests confidence, a self-assuredness that is new for her, and one that feels almost necessary given the chaos surrounding the Newman Empire. In a storyline filled with betrayals, corporate takeovers, and family feuds, Abby's evolving makeup mirrors the internal armor she seems to be constructing. Social media has amplified the attention. Fans have flooded platforms with side-by-side comparisons, dissecting the nuances in eyeliner, blush, and lipstick. Some view the changes as a positive evolution, a reflection of a more mature, empowered Abby. Others worry it signals a darker turn, potentially foreshadowing manipulative behavior or risky romantic entanglements. The conversations online range from casual admiration to deep speculation, showing just how invested viewers are in the details of Abby's appearance. In soap opera fandom, makeup isn't a minor detail, it's a plot device. Behind the scenes, there could be multiple reasons for the change. Makeup artists on long-running shows like YandR are constantly evolving their techniques, responding to trends, lighting adjustments, and actor input. It's possible that Abby's actress wanted a slightly edgier look to match her current storylines, or perhaps the creative team decided to visually distinguish Abby from other female characters in Genoa City. In either case, the result is a more striking, memorable appearance that commands attention. But what's fascinating is how fans have interpreted this seemingly minor change as a reflection of character psychology. In a recent online thread, one fan suggested that Abby's sharper eyeshadow mirrors her increasing vigilance over the Newman Empire, hinting that she might finally start asserting herself more decisively against Victor or Adam. Another argued that the darker lip color is symbolic of rebellion, suggesting that Abby is ready to make choices that defy family expectations, particularly in love and business. This is where the brilliance of soap opera storytelling lies. Every detail, even makeup, can be read as a narrative clue. Moreover, Abby's makeup evolution might be part of a larger trend in Genoa City, the visual maturation of legacy characters. As the younger generation takes center stage, the show is subtly redefining their visual identities to match their narrative growth. Abby is no longer just the playful, wealthy Newman girl. She's stepping into a more assertive, sophisticated role, both visually and dramatically. Her makeup communicates readiness, poise, and a touch of intimidation, a reflection of a character growing in influence and complexity. Some fans have even speculated that the makeup change is connected to upcoming storylines. With recent teases of corporate battles, romantic betrayals, and unexpected alliances, the sharper, more commanding look might signal Abby's readiness to take on high-stakes drama. In soap operas, visual cues often precede major plot developments, and attentive viewers know that a shift in style can foreshadow conflict, power grabs, or emotional turmoil. Whether intentional or not, Abby's makeup has become a silent herald of the drama to come. It's also worth noting that makeup can affect performance. Actors often feel differently in front of the camera, depending on how they look. The enhanced definition around Abby's eyes and lips could influence her portrayal, giving her a stronger presence in scenes that demand authority or intensity. When a character feels more visually in control, it can subtly enhance confidence, posture, and delivery, all of which can resonate with the audience. This interplay between cosmetic choice and character performance is a fascinating, often underappreciated element of soap opera production. Fans continue to watch every episode for subtle shifts, slight changes in eyebrow shape, eyeliner thickness, or blush intensity. Each tweak can spark speculation from "is she planning something?" to "is she falling for someone new?" The attention to detail reflects the sophisticated viewing habits of YandR fans, who are as interested in character aesthetics as they are in plot twists. Abby's makeup has become a conversation starter, a lens through which viewers analyze her motivations, emotions, and trajectory.